Manuals to cover art. There's different variations when it comes to the PlayStation 1, and I'm about to dive in with you to explain it all. There's different forms of cases whenever it comes to the PlayStation 1, whether you have long box, jewel cases, or if you have a double disc case like these. And now a lot of people ask, why in the world would a game have a double disc case whenever it only has one disc? There's different factors from what I've come to understand as to why that is. Number one, cost. Number two, because it has a big ass manual in here, especially the JRPGs, they're thick. And then number three is a multi-disc game, like Legend of Dragoon here. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about different variants as far as games go, whether it be manual, and then of course cover art, and also sometimes the disc. Now, for example, Legend of Dragoon, you notice that there's a black label and then greatest hits label. So you may think it's just greatest hits and black label. What's the difference? Well, the stark difference between these two is inside. And let's take a look if I can open it. And I gotta fix my disc. Get in there. Don't you love whenever you have these little jewel cases and they like to pop off? So you'll notice, if I don't keep smacking it around, you'll notice that these are colored discs. Now, take a good hard look. They're all like that, all four. And let me pop that off. See, this is why I said big ass manual in here. This thing is thick. Look at that. That's thick. Anyway, here's the other two. It's a 4-disc set. So of course, it's gonna have, you know, the big ass case for that, for the multi-disc holder. Now let's put this big ass manual back in here, and I'm gonna show you the greatest hits version. Now, the difference between that one and this is the disc itself. See, that is chrome. Now, a lot of the time whenever games were re-released for greatest hits, they would have chrome for this. Now, greatest hits. And Legend of Dragoon is one example of that. Another example of that would be Final Fantasy IX. Initially, with the black label, you can actually see the characters' faces on the front of the disc, but whenever they released it for greatest hits, there was nothing on there. So that's the difference between these two as far as the variations go. Disc. Holographic and foil. Two topics that we're going to be talking about cover art and manuals. We're going to start off with Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Now you'll notice that it's shiny. That's a holographic cover that it has. Now normally, two reasons that I've discovered that I found out why that is either a first print run or it's a special edition. And if you'll notice, on the front, you can actually get 3 Yu-Gi-Oh cards included. Whenever I bought this, the cards weren't in there, but that's okay. I'm not really a big Yu-Gi-Oh card collector anyway. I used to watch the show though. The show was sick whenever I was a kid. Now, next up, the whole inspiration for this part of the video is Silent Hill. Now, my friend Castillo touched base on this a little bit in one of his videos. Shout out to you, man. Thank you again for doing that, because I didn't know about this myself. Silent Hill, if you'll notice, is a little bit shiny. Now, whenever I was watching his video, I'm like, I did not know that. So I did a little research on my own and found out that mine is actually a first edition print. Yes, there is a first edition print for Silent Hill. Now, there are actually 4 variants of Silent Hill. There's the first edition print, second edition print, greatest hits, and there's also one that Konami actually had affiliated with Blockbuster, which I've never seen that one before. I'm going to be on the lookout for that one though, because I'm interested. Now, how can you tell if it's first edition print or not? It's really hard to tell whenever it's the front cover art, because where it's really already like gray or silvery. So another way that you can actually tell is by opening up and checking out the back of the manual. Now, you'll notice that Dahlia here is a little bit dark. If you have the second print, you'll actually be able to see her eyes and everything lit up a lot more. So check out for that. The second way is here on the disc itself. If it has the black rings in the center of the disc, that means it's a first edition print. If it does not have that, then it is not. So I just wanted to touch base on those things, just to let you know what to be on the lookout for whenever it comes to a first edition print, second edition print of Silent Hill. Now, as far as the variations go, they're normally because they're first edition prints or special editions. There are other games as well that have that sheen. There's Spyro 2, Ripto's Rage. It has like a gold foil. And there's also a Lundra 2 that actually has like a holographic sheen as well. Sadly, I don't have those two yet. Not that version of Spyro 2 anyway. I have greatest hits. I gotta replace it. But when I do, I'll definitely show that. But I just wanted to touch base on these, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and game on!